Welcome to the Record Keeping Practices Learn Now video. This video describes important parameters that should be recorded at maternity operations and their uses for farm and personal management. Records are a crucial component of dairy operations, needed not only for the basic identification and management of animals, but also for troubleshooting and decision-making processes. Around 74% of dairy operations in the US have handwritten records, while only 19% have on-farm computer records. However, the operations that have on-farm computer records account for almost 57% of the total dairy cows in the US, implying that these are large operations. Regardless of the type of record-keeping systems, records are being collected for 98.4% of US dairy cows. Since record collection requires proper training and is time-consuming, producers must be aware of what information is crucial to collect and monitor in order to prevent calving-related losses. Health events and losses, such as dystocia and stillbirth, are recorded in maternity operations of most dairy farms due to their direct impact on cow and calf health and performance. However, these parameters are known as lagging factors because there is a lag of time between the occurrence of the disease and the factors that led to the disease. Although having this information is useful for monitoring animal performance and farm profitability, it is crucial to record information regarding the factors that led to the occurrence of these undesirable events. These are risk factors known as leading factors, which contribute in some magnitude to the occurrence of these losses. Remember, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. But how much information is enough? In a study involving large dairy farms in Ohio and Colorado, the best parameters to be recorded at maternity operations were determined. These parameters are listed on the y-axis in the graph. Then, the proportion of dairy operations that recorded each parameter was assessed, shown on the x-axis in the graph. All the operations recorded basic information for identification and management of animals, such as cow and calf ID, cow parity and breed, calf sex, and twin rate. However, only a few or none of the operations collected information regarding important leading factors of calving-related losses, such as calf vigor, colostrum quality, and calving difficulty, among others. Calving-related losses, as the name indicates, are undesirable events around calving that affect the health and performance of the cow and the calf. Common calving-related losses are dystocia, milk fever, stillbirth, retained placenta, metritis, calf diarrhea, and navel infection, among others. Many leading factors of calving-related losses have been identified, such as abnormal changes of body condition score around calving, twinning, parity, nutrition management during the pre- and postpartum period, and factors related to management and facility design, such as stocking density. Keeping accurate records of these lagging and leading factors help producers and consultants to monitor, control, and prevent or troubleshoot calving-related losses, improving cow and calf performance in maternity operations. The records that should be recorded at maternity operations can be divided in four main areas: records from the dam, records from the calving, records from the calf, and records from the colostrum practices. From the dam, the ID, breed, body condition score, perineum hygiene, and parity are important identification parameters and risk factors for calving-related losses that must be recorded. Parameters to collect from the calving include the start and end time of labor, calving difficulty score, twinning incidence, and calf presentation. In the newborn calf section, records should include calf ID, breed, sex, weight, calf status, which is alive, dead, abortion, or malformation, and calf vigor. Finally, in the colostrum practices section, the main parameters to record are the colostrum quality and quantity, and the time of colostrum feeding. In each section, it is also important to record the personal ID, documenting which employee collected the information. This slide shows an example of a record-keeping sheet from a maternity operation. The time of data collection, as well as the ID of the personnel that performed the task, are crucial pieces of information to collect for monitoring personnel performance. Furthermore, always provide a brief summary of the definition of the parameters to be recorded, especially if they are in a scale. Having accurate and complete records at maternity operations allows the herd manager and producers to monitor and manage animal performance, but also to monitor personnel compliance with SOPs, identifying opportunities for team meetings and personnel retraining. Also, producers and consultants can identify important risk factors while troubleshooting calving-related losses. Although accurate and complete records are required for monitoring personnel compliance and performance, the main personnel management process should begin with an overview assessment of personnel experience, followed by proper work area allocation for each employee. Then, an initial training on not only SOPs and protocols, but also the whys of those practices and the consequences of the lack of compliance should be performed. An evaluation of personnel knowledge before and after the training is useful to measure growth. The initial training should end with a hands-on demonstration to both teach and assess personnel skills. This practice allows personnel to gain confidence performing required tasks, especially for those employees without prior experience working with cows, as they can receive guidance and instructions if they make a mistake. Finally, regular monitoring through record analysis and personnel evaluation is beneficial for determining a time frame for the next retraining. Although this approach is effective when correctly applied and monitored, there are other factors not related to the knowledge and skills of the personnel that can negatively affect personnel performance. Such factors may include multitasking, work overload, poor work environment, negative personal attitude, and high personal turnover rate. This can be identified through regular meetings and timely addressed in order to prevent future losses due to poor personal performance or the loss of reliable and knowledgeable employees. At Penn State, we provide a variety of trainings for English and Spanish-speaking personnel. These trainings are directed towards increasing both personnel knowledge and skills through oral presentation and hands-on demonstrations. Furthermore, the impacts of these trainings on personnel knowledge and performance, as well as the farm profitability, is assessed and can be used to determine the best time frame for future retrainings. For more information regarding this service, please contact us through the information provided on the last slide. Thank you for watching this Maternity Management Practices Learn Now video series, and we hope that the information provided was beneficial to the future success of your operation.